E.J. Dimera is when he finally wakes from his coma. While he's been clinging to survival in a hospital bed, the business world hasn't waited for him. In a stunning power play, Xander Cook and Philip Kyriakis have launched a bold corporate takeover of Dimera Enterprises. With the company leader down and the Dimera family distracted by the ongoing shooting investigation, Xander saw the perfect moment to strike. Philip, convinced by Xander's pitch for dominance, moved quickly, meeting with shareholders and calling out Kristen Dimera's chaotic leadership. EJ may have survived a bullet, but he might not survive the betrayal. The once mighty Dimera Enterprises could now be in Kyriakis' hands, and when EJ opens his eyes, the empire he fought to protect may already be lost. In Salem, where business power plays are as treacherous as the family feuds that fuel them, a new chapter of betrayal, ambition, and carefully calculated schemes is being written. While one man lies in a hospital bed, clinging to life after a brutal and mysterious shooting, two others are seizing the opportunity to change the corporate landscape forever. And when that man wakes up, he may find that the empire he ruled with an iron grip has slipped from his fingers in the blink of an eye. While EJ remains unconscious in a medically induced coma following an attack that shocked Salem, the business sharks began to circle. With Dimera Enterprises lacking its strongest and most ruthless leader, Xander and Philip saw an opening. Not one to let a crisis go to waste, Xander reportedly urged Philip to act quickly and decisively. The two men launched an aggressive strategy to take over Dimera Enterprises, believing the timing couldn't be better. After all, who's going to stop them when the man who would fight tooth and nail to protect it is lying helpless in a hospital bed? Insiders reveal that this move wasn't impulsive. It was the result of weeks of strategic planning. Xander, confident in their plan, told investors that the current instability at Dimera called for a shift in power, and that only Titan Industries could provide the kind of leadership Dimera stakeholders deserved. With the leadership vacuum caused by EJ's coma, Xander and Philip saw their path to domination open wide. However, not everyone is sitting quietly while this hostile takeover unfolds. The Dimera family is in turmoil, but they're not retreating. Kristen is livid, not only about the bold attack on the company but also about the whispers accusing her of being involved in the shooting of her own brother. While being questioned by investigators, including the ever-persistent district attorney and JJ, Kristen faces mounting pressure. Her anger is boiling over, not just from the interrogation, but from the idea that the family legacy is being snatched away under such dire circumstances. Meanwhile, Stefan Dimera has been made aware of the Kyriakis brothers' plans, though his silence is raising eyebrows. Is he quietly waiting to make his own move? The Dimera siblings have never been known for their unity, and with EJ out of the picture, Stefan may see this as a rare opportunity to solidify his own position. As if things weren't already suspicious, the timing of the takeover has drawn the attention of both authorities and longtime observers of Salem's corporate wars. While Xander and Philip haven't been officially named suspects in EJ's shooting, their immediate power grab has led some to question whether the two events are more connected than they appear. Could eliminating EJ have been a strategic step in their hostile advance? Law enforcement hasn't confirmed any connection between the shooting and the corporate raid, but sources close to the investigation say all potential motives are on the table. What better way to secure a corporate takeover than by removing the strongest opposition? Philip, when questioned about the timing, insists everything is above board. It's a legitimate business strategy, he said. We've been planning this move for months. The current situation simply accelerated our timetable. But things are far from simple behind closed doors. Even if the brothers-in-law had nothing to do with the shooting, their alliance may not be as unbreakable as it seems. Rumors are circulating that Alex, a relative and insider, is in possession of damaging information about Philip, possibly relating to forged documents used to claim Titan leadership. If those rumors turn out to be true, it could blow up the entire scheme from within. Meanwhile, Sarah has expressed her concerns to Maggie about her husband's involvement in all of this. A letter she found, potentially a fake, may unravel trust and send Xander into a rage if he realizes he's being played. The seemingly united front of Philip and Xander may be more fragile than it looks, and one wrong move could shatter it completely. To make things even more complicated, Vivian has returned to Salem. Known for never staying out of a good corporate fight, her intentions are still unclear, but rest assured, she isn't just watching from the sidelines. Her presence could be the unpredictable element that turns everything upside down. As Xander and Philip begin reaching out to key Dimera shareholders, including a powerful figure overseas known for holding major sway in corporate votes, they're hoping to secure the majority needed to finalize their takeover. Their pitch? That Dimera Enterprises under Kristen's temporary leadership has been chaotic and ineffective. They've already scheduled high-level investor meetings and prepared presentations criticizing her management, claiming Titan offers a steadier hand. Days of our lives. EJ awakens to a shocking betrayal. Will he blame his rivals or his own blood? When EJ finally opens his eyes after surviving a near-fatal gunshot wound, he'll be met not with relief but with rage. As his vision clears and he begins to piece together the chaos that unfolded during his coma, one horrifying truth will rise above all else. Dimera Enterprises, the empire his father built, has been taken over by his enemies. And worse, it happened while his own family stood by and let it slip away. The hostile takeover by Xander and Philip wasn't just a business move, it was a calculated ambush. They struck when the Dimeras were weakest. While the family was scrambling to deal with EJ's shooting and the fallout surrounding Kristen's interrogations, the Kiriaki's cousins saw their chance and pounced. With EJ out of commission and the Dimera family fractured and distracted, the defense was virtually non-existent. Board members were lured with promises of stability and profits, and within days, Dimera Enterprises was no longer under Dimera control. But when EJ wakes up, he won't just see Xander and Philip as the enemies who stole his company. He'll turn his fury inward, toward the people who should have protected his legacy. EJ has always been a man who values power, control, and above all else, family legacy. For him, Dimera Enterprises isn't just a corporation. It's his father's legacy, a symbol of the strength and dominance the Dimeras once held in Salem. And now, in his absence, it's been sold out from under him. His anger won't just stem from the loss of power, but from what he sees as betrayal. The question is, who will he hold responsible? While Xander and Philip executed the takeover, EJ might see them as opportunists doing what enemies do. But the real sting will come from knowing that Stefan, Kristen, and the rest of the Dimera clan couldn't stop it. EJ may accuse his own siblings of being weak, distracted, or even complicit. Kristen was too busy defending herself from accusations. Stefan remained eerily silent, and no one stepped up to protect the throne. There's a deep irony in the fact that while EJ was physically unable to fight, the very people who should have taken up his sword stood down. He may look around and ask, "Where were you when I needed you?" His anger could fracture the Dimera family further, igniting a civil war from within. EJ's return will not be quiet or peaceful. He will storm back into the boardroom with vengeance in his eyes, determined to reclaim what was taken. But the bigger story may not be his battle with Philip and Xander. It may be his reckoning with his own bloodline. After all, an empire can be rebuilt, but trust, once shattered, may never be repaired.